This is a Rickenbacker 320 guitar, which is very similar to the kind that John Lennon used way back in the early 60s. In 1963, the Beatles created a musical explosion which shook the world, and 30 years on, the phenomenon that was known as the 60s sound was suddenly very big business once again. On the face of it, a tour consisting of the Searchers, Gerry and the Pacemakers and Billy J. Kramer should pack them in, but there were some doubts. Times were tough. The Queen had just come through what she called her annus horribilis. The economy was in a bad way, jobs were scarce and money was certainly very tight. And the only thing certain in a recessionary time was that in fact nothing was certain at all. It was going to take a person or persons with a fair amount of courage to put their money where their mouth was and boldly go where lesser men might fear to tread. But somehow it was all got together, and thus the 1st of March 1993 saw the beginning of the Solid Silver 60s 30th anniversary tour.
Yes, it was always going to be a salute to Liverpool to celebrate 30 years of the Mersey sound, as it were. And it was a question of finding 3 artists that could fit that bill that we thought could work together and would obviously do business at the box office.
Initially you were risking kind of life and limb by taking the whole tour on your own back, and eventually you did a deal with Flying Music, who in fact produced the first Solid Silver 60s tour way back in 1987. What made you do that? Just hedging bets?
Well, it all happened at the time of Norman Lamont's greatest day in history, Black Wednesday, and the world was falling apart, and it just happened that Derek Nichol from Flying Music had contacted Alan and said, "Oh, I hear, I want to do this tour with Gerry and the Searchers to celebrate. It's 5 years since we did the first one," and that's how negotiations started with Flying Music.
The Solid Silver 60s tour got off to a true flying start with a short plane trip to the beautiful Channel Islands of Guernsey and Jersey. The kick-off point was to a capacity crowd at Guernsey's Beau Séjour Centre, followed by another sold-out concert at the Fort Regent in Jersey. For more than 30 years, Gerry and the Pacemakers and the Searchers have toured Great Britain extensively, but since making his home in New York in the early 80s, Billy J. Kramer has been off the scene this side of the Atlantic.
Great, but I was very uptight, because firstly, I'd never sort of worked in Guernsey for a long time. I'd never worked with this band before, you know, and they're very young, and it was really, really great. You know, I was very nervous.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Flying Music, welcome to the Solid Silver 60 show. Please welcome the Acoustics.
Promise not to tell. Whoa, whoa, the low side. Let me whisper in your ear. Say the words you like to hear. I'm in love with you. The low side. Let me whisper in your ear. Say the words you like to hear. I'm in love with you. For a week or two, nobody knows, just we two. The low side, let me whisper in your ear. Say the words you like to hear. I'm in love with you. Oh, I've known the secret for a week or two. Nobody knows, just we two. To know a secret, do you promise not to tell? Whoa, whoa, the low side, let me whisper in your ear. Say the words you like to hear. I'm in love with you. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
On a tour of this length, it's fairly inevitable that every member will at some point play to a home crowd. We're in Scotland and about to play at the brand new Royal Concert Hall in Glasgow. Odd things are happening. Normally you wouldn't get Billy Adamson of the Searchers at a venue much before showtime, but tonight the Adamson clan is due to arrive en masse and he's checking things out.
And all that just folds down?
No, it's actually in neat pieces.
Yeah.
It is in fact Pat's birthday.
How old?
23.
You buy me a massive one, get it over quick.
Can't you tell? We bought him a hairpiece because he's going to need it by the time he's 25.
No, I thought maybe you had yours. No,
Ready? And then roll. Yeah. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Searchers.
Sweet mama, sweet sugar mama, honey, your first sweet kiss thrills me so. Sweet mama, sweet sugar mama, honey, I'll never ever let you go. And when you want me, you just suddenly shed so brightly. Tonight to stand us in your eyes, dying out of chips and rice and nightly, and trying to see the morning sky. Sweet mama, sweet sugar mama, honey, your first sweet kiss thrills me so. Sweet mama, sweet sugar mama, honey, I'll never ever let you go.
Glasgow was fantastic. Beautiful new gig, beautiful new concert hall, wonderful reception.
You enjoy playing your hometown?
Yeah, it normally doesn't bother me, but I enjoyed it very much last night. It's a great audience.
Family there?
Yeah,
Family.
well, as long as they enjoy it, but they say they enjoy it anyway.
And so far, you're enjoying the tour?
I think it's wonderful, great.
Good that they're all sold out.
Yeah, oh yeah. And sold out tonight, of course, to 2 other shows.
And is it true that you sometimes get mistaken for Lulu?
Yes, but only on the dress sense.
Mama, sweet sugar mama, honey, your first sweet kiss thrills me so. Sweet mama, sweet sugar mama, honey, I'll never ever let you go.
tour also coincides with the release of Jerry Marsden's autobiography, I'll Never Walk Alone, co-authored by Ray Coleman, a man whose literary credentials also include biographies of the Beatles and Eric Clapton.
Mr. Ray Coleman, author, I'll Never Walk Alone, and autobiography of Jerry Marsden. This is Ray Coleman, the man who made it all work. We just out here counting the money. Well, he's done it. Only took us 3 minutes to count it.
We're outside W.H. Smith's Argyle Street in Glasgow. We did nip inside, but the great man seems to have gone, but we'll catch him on another venue soon. However, I have bought my copy to help things along.
What do you reckon? What was that then?
Arsenal are winning 2-1 in the Coca-Cola Cup final. One of Arsenal players scored.
Only one of them?
Only one. Well, 2 altogether, but just now. And a second.
Gerry! How does it feel, Kev, to be a sex symbol? I mean, for someone like yourself who just uses sex appeal, I guess it just comes naturally.
Ooze? Did you say ooze?
I said ooze. Don't like that word, ooze.
Oozing out of his trousers right now.
Oh, it's there.
Jimmy Marsden singing Michael Jackson. Daddy T, she's just a girl who claims that I am alone. Claims that I am a one. Are we ready? Yeah, go for it. Should I swear at anything?
Yeah.
There's no manners in kids these days.
Turn right.
I haven't got a clue.
Ready, rock and roll, yeah.
Quiet. Sorry. And then see the stage from here?
Oh, yeah.
See it all at the moment? Just a moment to get back in and then we're away. And then when they're the clearance to the bar, we're in. See you in a minute.
Yeah.
See you after the show.
See you later, Jerry.
Right. Get me a guitar on. This is what we do now.
House lights, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome on stage Gerry and the Pacemakers.
How do you do what you do to me? I wish I knew. 'Cause if I knew how you do it to me, I'd do it to you. How do you do what you do to me? I'm feeling blue. I wish I knew how you do it to me, but I haven't. You give me a feeling in my heart, like an arrow passing through it. Suppose that you think you're very smart, but won't you tell me how do you do it? How do you do what you do to me? If I only knew, then perhaps you'd offer me like I felt for you. See, you give me a feeling in my heart, like an arrow passing through it. Suppose that you think you're very smart, but won't you tell me how do you do it? How do you do what you do to me? If I only knew, then perhaps you'd offer me like I felt to you when I do it to you.
Well, all right. It wasn't that bloody good. I'm in a great mood tonight because it's great to be back here at Rill. And Liverpool won 4-0. This next song is another one that we recorded in 1963.
Oh, for God's sake, Jerry. What do you mean, we recorded? I'm telling you, if there's one person in this audience thinks I'm old enough for that to be true, I'm
I'd be absolutely crushed.
This is a song that I recorded in 1963, all on my own, with 3 other old men.
3 very old men.
At least they were men.
You bitch.
In today's terms, a tour like this is a very modest affair if you compare it to, say, Guns N' Roses or Bruce Springsteen, but even at this level there's a fair amount of organisation needed to make sure things run smoothly. The tour will play to around 240,000 people in 64 shows over 70 days. The tour manager has the task of making sure that everyone gets to the shows and that they start and finish as near to schedule as possible. He also has to arrange catering for the dressing room, once again very modest fare for this kind of operation, and the order each day is 1 bottle of Cinzano Bianco, 1 bottle of Liebfrau Milch, 1 bottle of soda, 1 case of Miller Pilsner or similar, 8 bottles of draft Guinness, 7 bottles of sparkling water, 12 bottles of still water, 1 bottle of apple juice, 1 box of chamomile tea for John McNally, the chamomile kid, 4 bowls of fresh fruit, 6 trays of sandwiches, and endless supplies of coffee and tea. In human terms, there are 2 men to operate the sound system, 4 road managers attached to the groups, 2 personal drivers, and a rotation of 4 tour managers. Oh, and 13 musicians and singers. All in all, the musicians are using 2 drum kits, 3 keyboards, 13 guitars, and I would say more than 20 microphones. Transport consists of 7 trucks and 4 cars, each of which will travel about 6,500 miles a week, and they carry the musicians, the crew, and the equipment. The bulk of which is the PA system, weighing about 3.5 tons and pumping out 3 kilowatts of power to the musicians on the stage, and 6 kilowatts of power out to the public.
Like you.
it true. Well done. Now let's hear this next song, which was written by a guy who inspired most of the bands from the late 50s and early 60s. My tribute to the late great Mr. Buddy Holly. And if you know the words, all join in. The sun is out, the sky is blue, there's not a cloud to spoil the view, but it's raining. Come on. Yes. The weatherman says it's clear today. He doesn't know you've gone away and it's raining. Raining in my heart. Oh, misery, misery. What's gonna become of me? I tell my blues they mustn't show, but these few tears are bound to flow, 'cause it's raining. Come on. Yes. Ooh, and it's raining. Raining in my heart. Oh, misery, misery. What's gonna become of me? I tell my blues they mustn't show, but these few tears are bound to flow, 'cause it's raining. Raining in my heart. Raining in my heart. Raining in my heart. Now don't you know I love you so, and it's raining. Raining in my heart. Thank you.
A couple of weeks into the tour and everybody jets off to foreign parts. Stuttgart in Germany to be exact, where we're about to team up with other acts for a giant two-day festival in front of over 18,000 people.
Hello, I'm here in Germany and it's great so far. The weather's a bit on the dodgy side, but apart from that it seems ever such a nice place. I'm looking forward to an enjoyable and informative stay here, and I hope to be back very soon. Thank you.
We were so in love and high above. We had a star.
Problem, Colin? Dave's back behind his case and his loft. And Kevin, Sean, Dave and Woody are waiting for the guitars. So they will come up and play.
Took you away from me. charms of a woman. You get the secret of your youth. Let me take you out of love, take you love, and now it hurts too. Whoa, young girl, get out of my mind. My feeling is way out of life. Whoa, girl, you're beneath the view and angel, you're just a baby in disguise. For you know how it's right to be lonely. That talent is in yours. Oh, young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Oh, girl, you're so hurry home to your mama. I'm sure she wonders where you are. Get out of here, you know I have time to change my mind. And that's what you are. Oh, young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Oh, girl, you're a young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Oh, girl, you're a young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Oh, girl, you're a young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Oh, girl, you're a young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Oh, girl, you're much too young. Good night.
Back in England, the crew had begun to make their own amusement by inventing special theme days.
Right in, you know.
Sorry, I haven't seen you with your hair now.
Don't worry.
This could be the moment.
I'll have it down on Hat Day. When's Hat Day? Cambridge.
Have to ruin a good show.
Hat Day is Cambridge, and Transvestite Day is Bradford.
Oh, Bradford's what? What is Bradford?
Transvestite Day.
Oh, far out. My hometown gets Transvestite Day. What a scoop.
Wonder why, eh?
Lucky me.
When I was 16, and I can just remember it, I fell deeply and passionately in love with a young girl. And one day we had a big argument. And she said, right, Gerry, that's the end. We're finished. Hey, hey! Hey! Don't be so bloody stupid!
Do you know, sometimes you could be one of the cruelest people I know. He knows how sensitive that lad is. Took me 2 hours to get him out of bed this morning. Would have been 3, but he insisted.
You know better. Run, to run away from you.
Hello, good evening. This is a chamomile tea bag, circa 1993.
I'll tell you something anyway, shall I? I'm getting sick of him. Do you know, ever since this tour started, he's been having a go at me every night. And I've had enough, I'm telling you. Oh, it's sadder than that, come on. Mr. Mars Bar, whatever you call yourself, you know. I used to look up to that man, you know. That's not easy. You know something, he used to be my hero. He used to be a leg end to me. You know what I mean? Not anymore.
Used to be a what?
I said he used to be a leg end to me.
Used to be a legend.
It says leg end in the script, it's not my face.
And have you thought of any more good songs for your own set yet?
For my own set, I think maybe Leaning on a Lamppost,
Yeah.
or with my little ukulele in my hand.
But would Nick play banjo, do you think? Or ukulele even?
I don't know, I can play banjo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you want to do a couple of George Formby numbers?
Yeah, I think that'd be really good when I'm cleaning windows.
Yeah, and get the audience singing along.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a bit different than...
Well, give us a bit of a
I'm
demo there.
leaning on the lamppost at the corner of the street, against a certain little lady comes by. Oh me, oh my, I hope that little lady comes. Yeah.
Selected chamomile flowers. Never heard of chamomile flowers. Chamomile. Do these grow on trees, these chamomile tea bags?
As I was saying. Now this big argument said like Gerry. Hello. What do you want?
You've written a lot of songs, haven't you, Mr. Marzipan?
Yes, Sean, I've written a lot of songs like...
You give me any name, and I will put it to a song. Any name.
Any name, and you will put it to a song.
Yes.
Can you have a name, please? A nice hard name. Wait! What was that? No, that's my other Sylvester tonight. Go! Right. A name all the way from Rill. Esmeralda. Welsh, oil. Come on, Smarter.
Happy birthday to you.
Solid, but I mean...
No, if you took the love out, it'd say to Frankie Valli.
Yeah. Well, I remember that. No, I remember the odd normal tea. It was funny in the restaurant this morning, I brought me on chamomile down to the breakfast.
See,
asked for a pot of water.
There's no chamomile. Ah! Here before me, I see a box of chamomile. Ooh, smell those freshly pressed flowers. Oh, great. Why do you think the Searchers have never done drugs with this stuff?
As I was saying. We had this big argument, she said, right, Gerry, that's the end, we're finished. And I thought, how can I get her to come back to me? So I wrote this next song and I sent it to her on a tape. 2 days later, she rang me back and said, Gerry, let's get back together again. A young girl, ladies and gentlemen, is now my wife. So, you know, some days I wish I hadn't written this song. Tonight's the time for all your tears. Your heart may be broken tonight, but tomorrow in the morning light, don't let the sun catch you crying. Oh no, the nighttime shadows disappear, and remember all your tears. All the sunshine will bring joy for every girl and boy. So don't let the sun catch you crying. Oh no, we know that crying's not a bad thing, but stop your crying when the birds sing.
A rock and roll tour is very much like a travelling village, a community on wheels with all the eventualities and happenings that you would expect. There were 2 birthdays and even a real birth.
Don't forget the last again, and it can always come again. Catch you crying.
I'm proud father of a new baby daughter called Emily. She was born at 6:55, so she's actually 20 minutes old. Both mother and daughter doing fine, and I couldn't be happier. £6 9 ounces. Say hello to the camera. No?
Middle name?
Not yet. We should give her one though, but we haven't decided yet.
You haven't decided yet, but you're planning on one.
We're planning on a middle name.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Frank, probably.
Frank. Emily Frank Cairns.
It's a girl's name then. Yeah.
Sort of androgynous.
Is that like ambidextrous?
Well, you could always have Francis, couldn't you, Andy?
That's a bit...
Bit what?
Are you still ecstatic, Andy?
I'm still ecstatic. I'm not quite as ecstatic as I was, but I'm
Good on you.
hovering.
Hovering. I'm hovering.
And what do you make of it all, Billy?
What?
I can assure you he sees nothing.
That's the point, Gerry.
I shall tell you something about this young man, ladies and gentlemen. He's a very good actor because this morning, without any problem, his wife gave birth to a little daughter. And little daughter.
The tour had been running pretty smoothly, no major problems, until the Acoustics van lost a gearbox on the way to Swindon. Mild panic began to set in.
Apparently they've broken down on the way here. I guess it's one of those things, you know, me being an obsessive compulsive kind of person, you know, I get very uptight in situations like this because I'm not in control of the situation, and it drives me crazy. But we just had a call to say that they'll be here soon, so we should make the show.
Okay, the time is 8:10, and what time were you due on?
I was originally due on at 7:30, but we've rearranged the show to suit the acoustics, and the Searchers opened up the show, and now with a bit of luck, I'm going to go on after the interval, and then Gerry's going to follow me, and then the finale. Wonderful. Marvellous.
Give us leading on the lamppost.
No, I can't. All right, John. All right. I have no case tomorrow.
Really?
I've just got it back. I was going to put the case in the acoustic van.
Shut up, he'll be here.
But as the van is not here. Van. Do you know what, tell you something?
Oh, well, you're going to be honest with me now, aren't you?
I went down to London on a Sunday when I was doing a summer season in Blackpool to remix a record I'd done before I went there. And the plane was cancelled because there wasn't enough people for the flight.
Yeah.
I got on another plane, I got a flight to Liverpool, the limo up Queen's Drive, it just died. I ended up getting to Blackpool, they put me on a different spot in the show, and then the next day said, "You're fired!" Bang! I was like, what, oh, you're fired! That's all I got. Brian Epstein, Billy, you're fired. That's all. No excuses, nothing.
Yes, it's that kind of business, this, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's not like work where something goes wrong, you just go home again and call in sick. They eventually arrive in the nick of time, and in the top 10 of amazing excuses managed to come up with a number 1.
Once upon a time, there was 3 bears.
There's actually three little green men with four googly eyes.
Well, come go.
But don't worry, because we will come back tomorrow at half past 10 in the morning.
Just sort of said, stand, deliver, you know. Your gearbox of your life.
And what did you say?
Well, we said...
It saved me life, I'm on for a gig.
No, so we're going to bring Billy on now, so, because you don't need not to see him because he's fantastic.
We didn't know what he said at first, he said it in alien language. He said,
Really? So you got your dictionary out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Roughly translated.
Yeah, you know, the Collins Travel Jam. Got that out, it said gearbox of your life, so we thought, well, yeah, I suppose we'd give him the gearbox.
And we'll be back after the ball. Ladies and gentlemen, all the band now. It's Billy's band on.
He said, we'll give you the gearbox, but you've got to give us a lift to the gig. Right. But he thought it was in Scandinavia for some reason.
Sorry? We're proud to bring you, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Billy J. Kramer and acoustic.
Sometimes you can work with young musicians and they can be a real pain in the neck. But these have been great lads, and it smashes away with it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Patrick on bass. Come on. We have Nicky on guitar. We have Chris on drums. We have Liam on guitar. If you come back in 30 years, we'll I think we better start over.
If you ever leave me, I'll be sad and blue. Don't you ever leave me, I'm so in love with you. The birds in the sky would be sad and lonely if they knew that I lost my one and only. They'd be sad if you're bad to me. The leaves on the trees when they softly sighing, and they heard from the breeze that you let me cry, and they'd be sad. Don't be bad to me, but I know you won't leave me, 'cause you told me so, and have no intention of letting you go. Just as long as you let me know you won't be bad to me. So the birds in the sky won't be sad and lonely, 'cause they know that I've got my one and only. They'll be glad you're not bad to me. But I know you won't leave me, 'cause you told me so, and I have no intention of letting you go. Just as long as you let me know you won't be bad to me. They'll be glad that you're not bad to me, to me, to me.
Oh yeah,
Little built-up shoes.
What do you mean they're built up? People kept on saying, no, they're really great.
You hurt my bloody head. What you did the door for? So we're at the Liverpool Empire. Very personal gig to you. How do you feel? Are you nervous?
Very nervous.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you always nervous when you come here?
Yes, very nervous, yes.
Yeah. Family and friends here tonight?
Yes. Family, friends here, but I'm nervous.
Do you have fun?
And he's nervous.
Do you have fond memories of the place?
Yes, I was born here. I was conceived here.
And what about the Empire itself?
Great time,
Did you used to come when you were young?
I came here when I was very young. You'd nod my head or say yes or no. No, I came to see Charlie Gracie, Gene Vincent, Joe Brown, the lot. We all came here.
So this is when you were formulating your musical ideology, was it?
Yeah, and that's when I started the group as well.
We do Liverpool once every 14 months, basically. The Empire. We would do Rill, Preston, simply because there's not many venues, there's no more clubs in Liverpool to do. This is the only theatre to do of any standing. So we do it every 14 months.
And you still enjoy it?
Love it. It's the hardest show for me of the whole tour.
Why is that?
Well, my family are always in, all my friends are in. I find it very hard. You think, I want to give them so much. Liverpool, I'm always thinking, oh Christ, I hope it goes well. And it does, but even though we say, well, last time we were here, it was great, you still think, I'm worried.
So you still get pretty nervous before you go on?
Liverpool, yes.
We're going to ferry you across the Mersey. Life goes on day after day. Hearts torn in every way. Here we go. So ferry cross the Mersey, 'cause this land's the place I love, and here I'll stay. People, they rush everywhere, each with their own secret care. So ferry cross the Mersey and always take me there, the place I love. People around every corner seem to smile and say, we don't care what your name is, boy, we'll never turn you away. place I love, and here I'll stay. And here I'll stay. Here I'll stay.
Thank you. So the next issue you do?
The enormous success of the Solid Silver 60s tour and the resurgence of that period in general came as no surprise to Mike Neal of The Beat Goes On, a magazine devoted entirely to the music of that particular era. He was here at Brentwood to present an award to Spencer James.
The Beat Goes On award for the best 60s newcomer goes to Mr. Spencer James and the Circus.
I shall polish this every day. Yeah. I shall polish this every day. Okay, readers and viewers, this is...
Take it easy.
Groovy Fab Gear.
This is only the first 30 years. If you're still around to watch us in another 10, 15 years, we're still going to play for you because we are going to go on till we drop. There's no stopping us. So we've been playing hits all night, but this one is the biggest and best of them all. Needles and pins!
Come on, let's get it going. Saw her today. I saw her face. It was a face I love. I knew I had to run away. And get down on my knees and pray that they go away. Still they begin. Needles and pins because of all my pride. The tear that I, yeah, I thought I was smart. I had my heart, a damn thing I could do. But now I see she was sooner than me. Let go ahead, take this love and stay. One day she will see just how to say free. Are you singing this? Get down on her knees. Yeah, that's how it goes. She beat her needles and pins. Why can't I stop and tell myself I'm wrong? I'm wrong, so wrong. Why can't I stand up and tell myself I'm strong? Because I saw her today. I saw her face. It was best I loved. I knew I had to run away. And get down on my knees and pray that they go away. See that again. Needles and mentor because of all my pride. The tears I got. Oh, needles and mentor. Needles and mentor. Needles and mentor. Did that bring back some good memories?
The tour finally rolls into Bradford. St George's Hall, my hometown gig. It's sold out, it's Transvestite Day, and we're looking forward to a special show. Follow me. Apparently my wife has arrived. Here she is! Oh, look, and with child.
No, not anymore.
No. Give a kiss. Phil. How are you? Say hello.
Girls.
There you go, Maureen.
Fine, darling.
Hey.
That's all the best. Oh my
All right,
God.
you'll have to. Here we are. You better get in, Woody.
Jeff's got quiet, is it?
Come on, more faggy, come on.
Back up, apologise.
Why do I feel I need a camera?
Sorry.
1, 2.
No.
Straight.
I'll do it.
Thanks, man.
I'll try and explain. funny, but it's going to be difficult. How can we explain that? To relieve the boredom, the crew have been thinking up special days. They had short stay, then they had hat day, then they had bad attitude day when you had to be miserable to everyone. You struck lucky because you picked out transvestite comments. So count yourselves fortunate. It was quite a, some of them had trouble getting into all that, but I have a feeling, seeing them backstage, we had more trouble getting out of it. Is my godchild, and her daddy is Andy from the Pacemakers. So, you going to sing for us? Come on, get on the next side. Get on there. And go. That's it. You ready?
When you walk through the storm,
Hold your head up high. Let me hear you.